Importance of accounting principles. Why are accounting principles so important? What are the utilities of these accounting principles, or what is the need of accounting principles? As we know, accounting principles are the guiding rules and regulations which are very important for all the accountants, so that there is a uniformity in maintaining accounts and the accounts are easily understandable to everyone. So these principles are, as you all know, universally acceptable. So why are these principles so important, or why are these principles needed? The most important need of accounting principles is that they serve as a guide. The accounting principles serve as a guide to the accountants, and the accountants can manage their accounting work keeping in mind these accounting principles, so their accounting work becomes easy and they have a proper basis on which they can maintain their accounts. Second importance is control. The accounting principles are very helpful to keep a control over the accountants, because the accountants when the accountant is working according to these accounting principles, there are less chances of fraud or misappropriation. So the accounting principles are helpful in keeping control or monitoring the accountants. The accountant work according to the accounting principles. Then there are less chances, or in fact no chances, of fraud or misappropriation or errors. Third importance of a need of accounting principle is uniformity. Accounting principles, as we know, are universal and they are universally accepted. So when the accounts are maintained according to these principles, there is uniformity of accounts. All of us all of the accountants, they prepare account in the same manner, following the same procedures and rules. So the accounting principles provide a universality to the accounting procedures by making uniformity in the assumptions, uniformity in the rules and policies that are used, the assumptions, rules and policies that are used for preparing the financial statements. Number 4 is conceivability of information. The information provided by the accounts, which are prepared on the basis of these accounting principles or following these accounting principles, are very reliable and they are easily understandable by everyone. So when the accounts are maintained keeping in view the accounting principles, the accounting information is very, very reliable. So the accounting principles provide reliability and creditability to the accounting information. Number 5 is understandability. As we know, all the accounting principles have a general acceptability and they are prepared after a lot of experience, on the basis of experience and practical work. So accounting principles gives the books of accounts understandability. The principles of accounting are used widely by the accountants, and all the accounting work is done on the basis of these principles. So the person preparing the accounts, the person checking the accounts, the person going through the account books, they all are aware of these principles, and the accounts are also prepared on the basis of these principles. So the books of accounts or the books of accounts are the financial statements prepared in accordance with these principles makes the books of accounts or statement understandable. They are easily understood by everyone. Now, limitations or shortcomings of the accounting principles. Although the accounting principles are very essential and they are widely accepted and also followed by the business enterprises, business organizations, but still these principles suffer from the following limitations. First one is the accounting principles have a very limited scope. They are, although it is said that they are universally accepted, these principles are not universally recognized. As the principles of in the field of science or in the field of maths, principles are very widely accepted in the same manner, but the accounting principles in the field of accounts are not universally recognized like the principles of science and maths. So the scope of these principles is limited. Is limited to the extent of financial statement. They are only applicable up to the extent of preparation of financial statements. Number 2, lack of universal principles. There is a difference of opinion among the various accountants on these accounting principles. So this is the reason why different accounting principles are used or adopted by different organizations for the same matter. So there is a difference of opinion among the accountants on the accounting principles. This is why different accounting principles are adopted by different organizations of similar business for the same particular work. Different organizations apply different principles because there is a lack of universal principles. There is a difference of opinion among the accountants on these accounting principles. Number 3, lack of list of accounting principles. Although there are a number of accounting principles which are followed, but yet there is no list has been prepared yet of full and universally recognized accounting principles. Though there are countries which are making serious efforts in this field. Number 4 is difference in the use of principles. Difference in the use of principles. Different organizations, they adopt different principles for the same problems. We can take an example that when we charge depreciation on an asset, depreciation is the decrease in the price cost of an asset. So how much asset is to be depreciated or its cost is to be reduced? When we use the method of charging depreciation of this asset, but there are so many methods of calculating depreciation, and every method calculate different amount of depreciation. Every organization is calculating depreciation, but there is a difference in the amount of depreciation because of the different methods adopted for charging depreciation. So there is a difference in the use of principles. Accounting of monetary form. Accounting of monetary form. This is a very important limitation of accounting principle, because in accounting only transaction in monetary forms, in the form of money, are only recorded in accounting. In accounting only transactions of monetary form are recorded. But there are many incidents, there are many activities which can be which may be in non-monetary form, or which cannot be expressed in monetary form, but they have very much importance. They have very much importance in the organization. And they are not recorded in the books of accounts, just because they cannot be expressed in the monetary form. So this is a very important limitation, that in accounts only monetary transactions which are in form of money are recorded, and the non-monetary transactions, however important they may be, they are left out in accounts.